stream should be starting now. Ah, there we go, it's decided to start. So, hello. Alright, Joshua, I'll be playing a bit of Elden Ring. I've still got bad ears at the moment, so obviously if I sound a bit weird, it's because I'm talking a bit like I'm deaf, you know, where, because I can't hear stuff very well. My voice will sound weird to me. So I'll be playing Elden Ring for a bit. Obviously, as the title says, no bring in politics. At the moment, I've kept having to block people who want to keep bringing up politics on game streams non-stop. Right, Rich, alright, Mike. My ear's been a bit better today, Mike. I still feel very deaf, as in, you know, they're quite blocked, but the pressure's not as bad, so I don't feel as dizzy and, like, headachy. So that's a bit better, even if I can't hear as much, because I'd rather be a bit deafer on the day than, you know, dizzy and that. So, right, Colton. Same as usual, work, basically. So playing a game now. I'm just at the moment going to level up again, so I'm just going to this place because it's quite good to grind enemies. Alright, see you in a minute, Mike. Read the comments again in a minute, because at the moment it's a bit difficult doing it when we're dealing with enemies. That sounds good, Rich. Oh shit, I didn't mean to fall down there. I'll quickly run back upstairs. I'll have a go at doing the boss in this dungeon again after leveling up again, but it's quite an annoying boss because it has a one-hit kill move I can't seem to dodge. So it's like I've got sometimes I've barely got his health bar down before it one-hit kills me. Sometimes I've, you know, got quite close to killing it, and then it does the instant attack. But I've not found a way of dodging it. That sounds good, Rajiv. You got one with a projector or just like a really big TV? Okay, projector, that sounds good. Like I said, I can't read the comments very well at the minute, but once I'm out of this area, I'll read the chat better. See you if you're... at the moment I need to get to 100k runes to level up roughly. These guys are quite easy to kill to get runes because their attack, at least those guys are swords are, because they have quite predictable attacks. Some of the guys are a bit more predictable, but yeah, Mike, so back to about my ear, I've started putting like eardrops in it every day now at the moment. So it's like the wax is moving and coming out. It's just that really annoying thing, as you know, that obviously when it's blocked, it's not like an overnight fix, even with like that camera thing I can put in my ear and that, you know, with all the stuff I've got. It's still like, you know, you have to soften the wax up enough before, you know, it's worth risking trying to get it out. But at least I don't feel today like there's an ear infection because the pain's gone down a lot. I don't know if that's because I've been putting antiseptic eardrops in that they've, you know, just dealt with anything in there, but... That guy's going to come up the stairs, I can start doing this. So there we go. That's that guy dealt with. One down. Yeah, do you get dizzy with your tinnitus, Rajiv? Because like I said, at the moment, because I always have the problem getting blocked ears, but I don't really get tinnitus, but now and again when I get blocked ears, I get a bit of ringing or like white noise. It's really annoying. Right, two or so more of these guys and I can level up, then we can go look at something on the map. The good thing in this dungeon as well is some of the enemies slowly kill each other as well, so sometimes we'll just get a load of XP come in when one of these guys like kills another guy in a dungeon. That's that one down. I've got that bloody scarlet rock in. Let's go head back to the bonfire and I will sort of respawn all the enemies and heal myself, and then I won't have to go very far to get the last few thousand souls I need. No, leave a bit of a surplus for upgrades and things like that. Yeah, it's just for me, like I said, it's just like where I was saying, like, I'm quite used to it, it's just annoying, you know, like I was saying, where I get, because I've got quite narrow ear canals, every now and then they will just completely block up. I don't actually want to kick him down there because then it takes longer to get the kill. Yeah, I still reckon, like you say, there's going to be a lot of knock-on things from COVID, where stuff that normally wasn't as bad, you just get more ill from it. Alright, one of them died and respawned, so here we go. Right, good. That should be enough souls now to level up, so I'll just kill a couple more of these guys, so I just have a... oh, for fuck's sake. This one. Is he going to fall down as well? Don't fall down the ledge. Ah, good. Oh no. Quick, to run out of here. Yes, Rigid, but I looked at what the full map looks like online earlier, and it still looks like I've got about maybe a quarter of the map I still haven't got to yet, so even though like I'm 100 hours of gameplay into this. So yeah, it's a fairly massive map, but I suppose it's because you can't run around it as quickly as some of the other Scrolls type games. Let's lure one of these guys up, kill him, and then go to the bonfire. I fucking hate this attack. They do. Knocks off half your health bar, at least when you've got as much health as me, otherwise it's an instant kill. And then you get Scarlet Rot, it's like that thing where your health keeps running itself down. Get this guy as we go out the door. Right, there we go. So, let's level up and now leave this dungeon. I don't want to put stats into. Probably endurance, get that up another level, so I can just carry more weight again as usual and have a bit more stamina, because that's always useful, because it just means you can like keep spamming attacks or blocks more often, and like I said, as your endurance goes up you can wear heavier armour without being overloaded. Right, the place I'm meant to be playing around in here is this capital place, but because I think the boss I need to do is around here, but how the hell I get there I don't know, and again, no spoilers please, I'll figure it out on my own. But it's just one of those weird things, you know, where I've been trying to find one of the places in the game and I'm not sure how to get there. Because I don't think that gate I can open yet. I'll just double try it, but I'm sure that's like a locked gate. But I'll double check it, so... those dealt with. Now I just need to deal with that guy, who's going to be quite tough. But at least I've got room to walk around the outside and stuff. These guys are a lot more dangerous, it seems, when you're in like really close corridors with them, because it's much harder to flank them. So they seem easy like that, but they're definitely not when you're in an enclosed space, so you have to worry of another enemy at the same time. Yes, that door's not even one I can open. Let me put a marker, so I think I want to get up to like that sort of area. Like maybe that big building there, but I assume I'd go up the stairs, but I've already looked around this place quite a lot. But maybe I missed something when I was up here, so I'll double check again. Right, let's see if I can lure this guy to follow me, because again I don't want to fight 4 people at once. If he's even going to follow me. He's just going to do that, and I keep hitting him with my own bow. I'll slowly knock his health down. So feel free to comment, people, and I'll try and talk to you, especially when I'm just plinking somebody with a bow like that to kill him. Right, that guy there, let's just do that to try and get him to chase me down here. Yeah, he's coming good. That's him dealt with, so now it's just that guy up there, I think. Right, again, he's coming after me, which is sort of good. Alright, cool. Alright, Davey. Hopefully, Mike, if you're on control again tonight, I won't get, like, you know, as much of that annoying sort of earache thing as I had last night, so I might be able to stay up longer. But as I said again, I have been getting up quite early at the moment most days, so that does mean that, you know, obviously I want to go to bed a bit earlier regardless. Oh shit, there's a guy behind me. Run away from these guys a minute and see if I can get them one by one. I assume I can't go in there, no, so that's just like a building you can look at. I guess I maybe need to get into that big building there. There's some twat shooting at me with a bow now as well. I got a crossbow. Okay. Let's lure these guys down here for the time being. The only problem with Control is I never quite finished it. I got quite far into it, Mike, but yeah, I'm not sure at which point it was in it. Like, I didn't get any further, and I think that was purely because I was just fucking about with some stuff on the PC, and then obviously started playing something else. Not off the top of my head, Mike, other than like merch type stuff and like crypto mining, but again, you need a decent PC to do that. But when I'm not doing a stream, I always have my PC mining in the background, and that makes me normally like £5 to £10 a day. Obviously, you have to minus electricity costs off, but it's you know, it's still profitable. You're still always making money doing it as long as you've got a good enough graphics card or whatever. Yeah. There's one of the guys with the flutes there. I quite like that in this, that when they're playing the music, like the main music stops for a bit. Out of this range here, so I'll carry on hitting the bow. So am I getting closer to that big building? Might be, if there's a way up here, but that's blank door. It's just a wall there. I guess it's an illusionary wall, but I doubt ones like this are. I suppose there's a chance I could be able to get at it from a lower place, but let's have another look around here. Oh, is that just a blank corridor? Oh, so I've got so many bolts now I can't even put them in storage. Might as well switch to my crossbow rather than the bow then, and just start using up the bolts. There it is, the fully crossbow. Right, so it's the regular bolts, okay. Don't know what you're on about with that 1992 space movie. What's the name of the film? Or is the name of the film Space? I'm very confused. If it's a joke, Mike seems to get it, but I don't. So that's not a door I can get in either. Looks like I might be able to get into that building as well there. Like I said, I've been trying to not look at guides at all for this game, but I have looked at a couple of little things, you know, just to know which area I should be going next, and apparently I do need to be going like in that direction there by the look of it, but I didn't, on purposely didn't look up, you know, like which bit exactly I have to go to get in there. Oh, is it a porno, Mike? By the sound of it then. Alright, AK and the right peach. assume I can't get over there at the moment. Won't bother trying. Just get the kill. Right, so I still want to try and somehow go to the right around here. Sure there'll be a door somewhere on here I can get into. Yeah, I did find out, Peach, though, how to get into that canyon. You know, that one that was in the place. I won't say spoilers if people don't want to know, but it was like not at all where I was looking to get in there, sort of thing. That's the sewers down there. I've been there, unless I have to go down there and then backtrack the other way. I'll double check that in a minute. Yeah, let me try these sewer tunnels. Well, I've been down there. Maybe I just completely went the wrong way when I was down there. So that's taking me in essentially the wrong direction, but maybe there's a way I can loop back. I'm just trying to think of all the things I could do without looking up a guide of how to get to the place I want to get to. So I've already kicked that ladder down, because that was when you had to kick down. Well, actually, let me snipe this guy from up here. Or is he going to climb up the ladder? There we go. Yeah, my guy's very bad at aiming with the crossbow. Oh, fuck's sake. Right, at least I can get down there pretty quickly. Now I've, as I said, I've got a shortcut to get down there anyway. There's actually a bonfire, I think I've unlocked closer to that than the other one. If I'm going to look down there. Yeah, so, got a capital church. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit. Oh. This guy reminds me of that fucking guy in Dark Souls 1. You know, the thing. What's that boss everybody hated? The demon that's in the thing and then they copy paste it later in the game. Reminds me of that guy. Did you say you had a stomach thing, Peach? Saying I've got bad ears at the moment, you have a bad stomach. Let's see if down here there's a way I can loop back round to the... Yeah, but don't bring it up, because that's the problem. People want to keep bringing up fucking politics in video game streams, and we've on purpose said not to talk about it when we're doing them. So there's only so many warnings you can give people that constantly bring shit up. So that's the big... I've definitely killed that big hand before. It reckons I'm in combat, so I can't open my net. So if I'm facing that way, would I be going... I would be going the right way that way. Right, let's re-kill this big hand again. Just to see if there was anything I missed out here. If not, we'll just get a load of XP for killing it. That's easy if you just spam the crossbow. But... yeah, did I miss anything down here, or is it just literally a dead end? I think it's probably the only point of coming down here is to pick up the thing on that corpse. So never mind, don't need to go this way. Obviously got what was on that body, so yeah, this is more of a place to get loot, I imagine, down this tunnel. Alright, let's go the other way then. Is there one hot hanging above this bit? Or am I alright? Oh, there is a body, I've not found that. Alright, so I've just come from that way. There's a dead end tunnel here, but I can't... ah, that's a gate. Ah, so maybe that's a gate I can open? Or I go around the other way? I'm going to activate my little light while I'm down here. There we go. So I don't need to use a torch, I can keep my shield up. Seeing as I've definitely been to this place, I'm just wondering if I've missed anything. Right up here, see where this leads back to. Another one of these goings. Oh, two of them. Now it's one-on-one. Let's do this. Oh, shit. Right. Down. Maybe I've not killed these guys before. There's a big gate there, but I can't see a lever for it, so I'll try this way. The combat in this is totally different than Skyrim. Because in Skyrim you don't really need to focus very hard on the combat, you mostly just spam attacks. Oh shit, shit. Things without using a flask, so there we go. here, let me backstab you. Okay. Give me some free HP. Apparently there's a medallion somewhere where it just gives you HP on killing an enemy rather than the critical hits. That was probably more useful because it doesn't matter how you kill him, it always gives you a bit of HP. So yeah, Skyrim is more like an open world game with lots of quests and lots of skills. This is basically completely open world but combat focused. So you have to think a lot more about the combat. You can't just spam an attack button in this. Right, so I'm back at this bonfire again here now, am I? Okay, so... Again, I know I've opened some shortcuts up around this area, but I'm still a bit confused where or where not I'm meant to be going in this place. I've been down there already, didn't find anything of interest there. Take a level 9 golden. Oh, there's a big dead dragon. Maybe I meant to run up that. Weirdly, I never even noticed this was here, even though it was probably meant to be a very big, like, obvious thing when you're wandering around the map. It looks like I was definitely meant to do that, Mike. So I reckon you might have been right there. There you go. Although I didn't see your message until I started doing it anyway, but yeah, weirdly, I never even noticed that giant dead dragon even here when I was looking around the map. But yeah, it looks like this has led to a new area at least. Yeah, like I said, that's the problem with War Thunder. Everybody I know that actually plays a lot of War Thunder just gets annoyed with it. So it's a bit like an addiction, you know. They constantly complain about it, but they can't stop playing it. So I used to play loads of War Thunder, but I just eventually got fed up with it and it's taking up too much hard drive space. So, you know, I've installed it and haven't really looked back. There's times when I wouldn't mind playing it again, but, you know, not all the grinding and all that shit involved with it. Yeah, well, the problem is less people play the game, so they condense all the game tiers, don't they? Like more high level and low level things in the same games, and every time they do that, it just makes the game more and more annoying. Because unless you're in like a top tier vehicle, you're just getting stomped. Oh yeah, as there's another bonfire here, it definitely seems like I'm going the right way now. So let's restock all my things. Yeah, so I guess I'm on a different set of ramparts now, aren't I? Yeah. I always really like how they do like the level design in the Souls game. It always, you know, is much more interesting, I think, than a lot of the other RPGs in terms of, you know, how they do all the scale of everything, and a lot of the time you end up going through a lot of that stuff anyway. Now, is this that gatehouse where the other guys were guarding? Yeah, it was. Okay, so I guess this opens that massive gate below me. Ah, I see, so that's like open this castle-y sort of place now, I guess, so I can go straight to it. I'm sure that's a boss guy there, isn't it? So I won't bother going over to see him at the moment. So I'll have a look in this building first. And yeah, that gate's open now, good. So, what's this place? Well, this looks like it'd be a boss arena, maybe, this room. Oh, a pointed hat. What's the stats like? This is shits and giggles. Ah, literally worse than my current hat in every way. Yeah, but it's a pay-to-win game, essentially, isn't it? It always has been. It's just gotten worse over time. I suppose I get to the upstairs from another place. Probably over there. Yeah, I heard, but one of my friends was saying the problem is it gets, because it's so slow, it gets wrecked by everything. Like, it has really good missiles on it, but it's just not good in terms of speed, like the real one. Because again, it's not fighter, is it? The A-10, it's just a ground attack plane. Close air support. Can I summon anything here? No. Well, let's see how tough this guy is. He might be only like a mini boss rather than a proper boss. Actually, where does this go first? Won't have a sniffing stone, that's useful. Guys are really annoying. Out those tree guys. Yeah, like I said, I don't play War Thunder anymore and I don't plan to. That's the other thing. It seems these upward sort of attacks don't work very well. Oh, God damn it, it didn't do the backstab. Again, this game, as much as this has improved over the other Souls games, it still sometimes has very dodgy backstabs in it. And it's really annoying when you've got the talisman where if you backstab you get like a load of HP back, but then it just doesn't work sometimes. Oh, I've accidentally wandered into a boss area. Brilliant. Don't even know what his moveset is. He didn't do that much damage there, did he? Oh, that was sort of easy. I guess that's probably too high a level for this guy, but... Oh, a talisman pouch! That's always very useful. Right, equipment. I can put a new talisman in. Right, shall I do the HP regen one, maybe? Oh, critical hits restore FP. Right, that's definitely the one I want. What's that weird mask? Oh, one that makes enemies attracted to you. No thanks, I'll have this one. Yeah, the special attack I've got, Mike, is quite good on some enemies where they don't. Oh, here we go. So, oh yeah, that brings my FP up. That's actually really useful, having that. So when I backstab as well as getting HP, I get FP. Oh, and there's a checkpoint here. Right, I suppose I've got enough stats to level up now, haven't I? So I might as well level up, grind enough souls somewhere to level up again, and then carry on. I'll keep putting points into endurance for the time being, because I've got some armor things I want to put on, but they'd overload me. How many of the things do I have? One and one. Oh, the sacred tier I can use. At least. So, flasks. Nice, that one at least works. Because I don't have enough of the other things, but you only need one sacred tier, so that means when I heal or use the FP thing, it's always more. Right, let me go back to the blacksmith, because I want to see if I've got enough things to upgrade my equipment again. Now I've found some good smithing stones. So I can level up my falchion, and I could level up the torch, but the falchion would be the more obvious choice. Actually, let me sell the stuff I don't want first. Sell all this, and I'll go back to I particularly need, because they're not like the upgrade items, I just use for crafting, and at the moment I don't really need to craft anything. go to the item box now and put away all the stuff I don't want to sell, so I just don't lose it. I've almost got enough souls to level up again after selling off all that stuff, but right, sort chest. Okay, so
well, I took you no matter how you're on.
Let's have a look again. So I need smithing stone 3 flat, so I'll definitely put the smithing stone 6 on the falchion. And that still needs 6 now, smithing stone 6 to get that to the next level, so I'll just have to hope I see a lot of guys dropping it. I won't upgrade to shield because it requires the same tier of smithing stones as my gross messer does, and I want to get the gross messer leveled up because it's similar to the falchion, just a bit more damagey but uses more energy up, so sounds perfect, but obviously I don't have all the stuff to upgrade it at the moment. Yeah, I'm watching the chat now and again if you send the message, as long as it's not politics related like we said in the title of the stream. As in Call of Duty 1, 2, 3 I didn't really like, but yes, I've played nearly all the old Call of Duties. The Call of Duty 1 is actually quite interesting because it doesn't have the regen health or any of the things people associate with Call of Duty. It's quite a different game, it's more like a Call of Duty style. What about them? As in gas masks and guns. The problem with COD 1, there was one mission I always really struggled to get past, which is the one where you're like having to shoot down planes on an airfield, I think it is. I think it's from the SAS missions, or whatever it is. Like you have to blow up a dam, that bit's alright, and then you have to like escape to an airfield and shoot down like planes or something on the airfield, or something like that. And that mission was always one I kept dying on over and over and over and over. Another 2k odd souls to level up with group. I'll read the comment on the D-Axe in a minute when I'm not getting killed. I can fight these guys. Let me just run down here a second. I've never owned an MG42, so you're thinking of the wrong person there. But yeah, that does annoy me, because again, obviously I would prefer a gun to be working than not working. But yeah, like I was saying, but it's like, yeah, it's better to have a gun deactivated than just literally put in a crusher, because at least you can handle it and get the idea of like the weight and, you know, like all that with a deac. No, I've got a Bren gun. I don't have an MG42. The MG4253 is the Italian one, isn't it? But no, I've never owned one of those. I've never sold any of my DACs either, so all the DACs I've got, you know, from my oldest videos, I still own. It's one of those guns I've thought about buying before and could just never justify it price-wise. I can level up now, but I'll just finish this guy off again while I'm here. Yeah, well, most of it's relatable. Like I said, it's just the like I said, it's annoying, isn't it, that like if you want to sell your DACs legally, you'd have to have them re-deactivated when you were standard. But yeah, the weird thing is, like you're saying, the European EU standard they use on a lot of DACs now does seem better for assault rifles, as in there seems to be a lot more moving parts than there used to be. Because yeah, a lot of my older like AK type things, I just literally welded everything shut. Where the East German AK, which is European DAC, although the and same with the Galil, although the charging handle is welded shut, which I assume they just do on AK actions, but like the actual trigger still moves, you know, the safety still moves, and the safety is still partially connected to the trigger, because the trigger doesn't move when you've got the safety set to safe, but when you obviously put it into fire, you can pull the trigger all the way back. Chemical, if you asked a question, it'll be that YouTube didn't like it. I've not removed it. You've used some sort of word that's on YouTube's basically list of words you're not allowed to use, which they don't publish, because YouTube shadow bans a lot of stuff, is the answer to that. I might try the boss here once more while I'm here, because I've got no souls to really lose, so let's just sprint over and try and do this boss. The archer is probably my best bet, although again, she can die very quickly if the boss focuses its attention on her, but then again the boss can one-hit kill me if it... That's the really annoying move that I can't seem to have a dodge. Well, it depends on the person, doesn't it? Some people find it weird, some people won't care, but most people see my YouTube videos before they even know I am there. I wasn't even wanting to kill him normally, so I'm going to try this boss at the moment. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Especially for the price they were on there, those Galils. So yeah, I won't even bother trying this boss for the time being. No, I don't mix them with stuff like that. I'm really not into that. I know Mike's joking, but still. The amount of times I've had to explain that I'm not interested in the fetish side of masks at all. Especially when those fetish cunts buy really rare masks and then ruin them. But anyway, let's go back here and see what the next place is to go from here. assume I'm going to just be heading down this way now then, which will lead back to be worse if you were lying on top of bayonets. This is the sort of guy it looks like it might be easier to just do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm stuck in a plant thing. Right, I'm just going to bravely run away and heal and come back. This is what I don't like. This guy seems to have a very long thruster. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, that bayonet did come for my, for my AK. When we were talking about them on one of the members' streams, whatever it was, where I couldn't buy another East German one, but I bought, was it an Egyptian AKM bayonet or whatever? And it looks very similar to the East German ones, because it's got like, it doesn't look as well made, but it's got, you know, like the same black handle and the same metal in places. So I've got that on the MPI AK at the moment, but the problem is, again, although people are saying like, oh, it's the wrong cleaning rod for the gun if you can't have it on with the bayonet, there is no way of having the cleaning rod on if you have the bayonet on, because I double checked this, and like the position the cleaning rod goes to means that the bayonet won't fit with it, and that would apply to any AK bayonets because they're all built to the same standard. So unless the East Germans had built their bayonets specifically to have a little gap in them, which they wouldn't, because even without the handle on, mine won't fit on there. That's just kind of a load of bollocks, basically, that with these German AKs it seems you cannot have the bayonet and the cleaning rod on at the same time because they fill the same gap. So it goes on perfectly fine, you just can't have it on with the cleaning rod, because if you know, once you can't get on when the cleaning rod's on there, and if you put the bayonet on you can see why, because the cleaning rod bit is longer on like the frame it sits in and where the bayonet goes into, if that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you could probably get a custom cleaning rod for it, which was shorter, and it wouldn't be a problem. But obviously, the proper one is designed to, you know, be pulled in and out. But again, you're gonna have the cleaning rod probably on the gun all the time. You probably very rarely fix the bayonet to it, especially because an AK bayonet's got the wire cutter and everything else, where it's obviously intended more as, I don't do that. Whoops. You know, the AK bayonets seem like they're intended much more as just kind of a utility knife than actually using them as a bayonet. Oh, it's stuck on the fucking thing again. I wonder if this guy is easier if you're like stood right next to him. Well, annoyingly, it seems like with this guy you can't actually do the what do you call it? Well, get back. and he can get you through your block. That's fucking annoying. And I'll probably look at a different place on the map for the time being. Actually, I'll end the stream now because it's 20 past 9. I didn't even realise. Unless there's anything else to see in here, or is that just a balcony here where you can? Oh, there's a couple of things up here. I'll have a little look around here before I go off. But yeah, I'll end the stream soon because yeah, it looks like I'm meant to be going to that building and across that bridge, I'd guess. King gas masks are fucking awful. I've done a video on them before. They're not real gas masks. Yeah, as in 9 PM. But yeah, I've done a video on it, but the King gas masks are essentially Chinese copies of the Israeli 4A1s that don't even work properly. Well, it's actually 23 minutes past 9 PM here, but yeah, I wasn't getting into specifics. But yes, the King gas masks, if you use them, you die, basically, so they're a complete waste of money, and they shouldn't be allowed to sell them as actual, you know, gas masks on the market. Because at least when I did a review of one, you know, where somebody bought one, was completely pissed off of it, and then let me do a video on it before they, you know, like, tried to get a refund for it. It was literally, you know, like, a mask without even proper working, like, valves on it. Because it was just literally, it was like they'd done essentially a copy of an Israeli 4A1, but the valves on it were such cheap rubber that they weren't airtight. You know, they just kind of flapped about with, like, you know, gravity or any sort of air pressure going either way. Because umbrella valves are designed to always be, you know, fairly rigid, so they don't move on their own. But no, it was literally a dog shit mask, you know, to the point where it would offer you no protection whatsoever. So there you go. That's my opinion on it. If you want to die, you know, you could get one, but for a normal person, no, it's stupid, you know. And that's why proper respirators actually have, like, in most countries, like, they have to meet certain standards, you know, which are then printed on the masks. So in the EU it'll be one standard, in North America it'll be another standard, that kind of thing. And this is a mask that's clearly never been submitted for any of those tests because of the fact the valves don't even work on it. What, a gas mask, Davey? We think when we looked at the not Israeli one, like the King gas mask, it was actually like a bong mask that's, you know, like they tried to make into a real gas mask, and obviously it didn't work because to actually make a real gas mask, the valves have to work differently than something that's smoked weed through. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, Davey, because again, like I say, this gas mask is more like a weed one, but being presented as a real, you know, gas mask. Like they just got the weed one, removed the bottom, and then said, oh, it's a real gas mask, and it clearly wasn't, because it, you know, the valves didn't work right. Right, this looks like a good place to end the stream, because there's obviously a boss fight up there. So, I'll end the stream here, so the boss probably won't be on the next stream, so I might either beat him tonight, or might be like, oh, I need to grind more before fighting that boss. Don't even go there, Mike. But yeah, have a good evening, everybody, and, I won't stream tomorrow, because I want to cut all my hair off tomorrow. So tomorrow night, I'll just basically you know, have an evening where I'm not going to worry about coming on at a certain time. I'll just cut my hair, however long that takes, you know, then try and wash all the little bits of hair off my scalp and whatever. And then Thursday I might do a members stream if I've got the energy, but yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be cutting my hair. So anyway, see you all, and I'll see you on later, Mike, if I'm still awake and all that on